G'day folks, and welcome to World of Tanks with the Magnificent Margon. I played this battle earlier today by myself. Now, normally on a Saturday, it's normally the day that I generally play a lot of games by myself. I don't anticipate actually doing very well in playing by myself generally, but this was one of those battles that did. Now, I would normally on a capture the flag map not go up this way. Particularly in the T28 Prot, just as slow as what it is and all the other factors that come into play with this tank, it's just not the best thing for me. I don't know why, but every time I seem to march myself up this way, it doesn't help. Now, yes, I am changing a heap of settings at the moment. I'm hoping it helps me identify the tanks quickly, which it has. Something that every time I start, the settings in the replay thing, seem to be all messed up. And I can never read what type of tanks they are, and I have to find ways of guessing what they are, basically, and knowing what they are from the battles. Now, I've stuck to the right hand side. Now, this is the first time I've actually come up this side. It's always a first for everything, and it to a certain extent paid off for me. Now, things that I was keeping in mind, I knew that there was going to be a heavy tanks here. I knew that the circle was going to be under a lot of threat, and I was going to have to really work hard and fast to actually make all my shots count and to get the shots as quick as I can. The Panther 2 there was concerning. Now, there is no scumbag, so I knew that I could sit in the open a little bit more. I really wanted to shoot that T25 type 2. I just couldn't get any real shots. I'm trying to use the slope of this hill to increase the angle on which I have slope on the front of my tank too. Now, it's not much, but it could be enough to give me an extra couple of mils, which could be all the difference in bouncing. And just letting my turret then wear as much of the brunt as I could. That was the goal of this game. I just can't seem to get any shots no matter where I am at the moment on this side. And as I said, this is the first time I've been here. Could be different from game to game as well. Just depends upon certain factors. There's that IS. I did take a fight shot. Very, very terrible shot. I should have probably aimed center of the turret. I come up a little bit too high here, as you can see. There's that spot that I should have been hitting. I fall back down now, and I was pretty happy about that shot. And that was the thing. I worked out very quickly what I should have done after I did it. I came back up to try and get the same thing. It's just he's moving now, and it makes it very difficult to shoot something on the move. Probably not angling. Now, I've created a bit of a weak spot here, and then I am for the side again. Come on. And this is what costs me a lot of the time, those inaccuracies that I've just done. There's the shot, and there's the big hit from him too. So I've done quite a few big shots on him, and the IS-3 has hit me back good. Now I'm getting hit from the right. Now, I didn't realise at the time that the right had flank over the lighthouse there had fallen, and there's a little light tank sitting just behind the bushes. So I've fallen back and going, yeah, that's Centurion 1. I don't want to take any more shots. My engine is now damaged, and it's become too hard. I'm now exposed, and they're in our cap circle. There's 3 of them over there. The IS-3 that was with me has left me, so I have to use this position to my advantage as much as I can. Now the Centurion is down there. He's probably been proxy spotting me just then, but that's the way it goes. I'm playing a good one on the IS-3, pull back, and I'm hoping that the TDs behind me are paying attention to that Centurion. I have to hope. I have to hold this position. I'm bouncing a shot there. That would have been the T25. There's no doubt about that. That was the T25 shooting at me. The other IS-3 is now down. So we have the last IS-3 left. It's still a one-way battle when I look at this map. You look at the way it is. Even though that IS-3 worked hard and he reset the cap, he's done well. We still need to force this other IS-3. Now I'm not going to move up too much because, as much as I want to take risks, and I want to take, well, I don't want to take the wrong risks in this match. So I'm going to try and get into a position where I can shoot this IS-3 and make every shot that I pound into him count. So I do take a bit of a gamble here, hoping the T25 Top 2 doesn't spot me and doesn't shoot at me, and then he pops out. And this is where I go, yep. And of course I was aiming just slightly too low and I hit the ground just in front of him. I'm pretty sure I got the spot on him then, which is great. But the IS-3 is still there. I do take a pot shot here, but it flies over, so he's obviously pulled back. So it's more or less now a cat and mouse game. Once the T25 Type 2 falls, the IS-3 can be taken. Now there are quite a few guys on that Tiger 2 in that circle over there, quite a few of them. So I was feeling pretty confident. Now I'm the only one on this hill, and it's just me and an IS-3, and it's a matter of who can take out who. Who's got the better skill at playing this game? I plant one in him and I bounce his other one, and that was probably very lucky. I'm pretty confident about my reload rate now, that I can reload before he can, and I keep moving even still just to give myself that bit more of a chance, just in case he fires. I gotta take the hill now. Only reason I'm doing this is because it's a great position for me to shoot from. Now there is a E25, sorry, left. I was a little bit concerned that he may actually rush up this hill towards me. It was one of those things where I thought, yeah, he'll rush me. He really will. Tiger 2's by himself. Yes, we know I'm going there. And this is where I think, okay, I'm climbing this hill way too slowly. I need to now move. And I actually use my large repair kit, which repairs the track and the engine. Something I didn't really want to do, but I didn't get much of a choice. Now, I didn't realise this, but my fire extinguisher was used. Obviously, when that Centurion was shooting into me, he damaged my engine and caused the fire extinguisher to go off. That's a good thing about having the automatic one. Now the SU-12244 has actually stopped the cap. I'm coming around the hill here to try and do over the head shots from this side of town, try to find out where things are. I don't think the E25's there. I think he's gone to the circle now, and I sort of shouldn't have believed the 271, and I did waste too much time by doing that little bit of a turn I did there. Keep in mind, guys, I haven't actually upgraded the tracks on this tank, but because it says there's 3 more people in that circle, it tells me the E25's up there. And there he is. He's reversed out, giving me a perfect shot of his butt, so I can plant a good one into him, keep my shots aimed at him, reload, and finish him off. Now the fastest tank's gone. I know he can't work and get around us and behind us and shoot us up. Now it's only me, the Tiger 2, and the SU left. And this is where it becomes more or less a game where I have to be very secure about what I'm going to do. Wait for a moment like that, so now the SU can take a bit more of a risk, push out, and take control of the match, just like that. And that's it, guys. That was as simple as it gets. 3,200 damage. I think I blocked about couple of hundred. It was less than 1,000 damage with this tank by just being in the right positions at the right times. So it's taken me a long time to work out how to get this tank to work for me. Now, as you can see, even though the armor on the T28 is very thick, unless you get this, as you can see, it's almost a flat panel when I look across there. Let's get rid of the map. So if you have the right angle on this thing, it can be quite bouncy. As we all know, weak points on the 28 is just on the sides here, and particularly where the machine gunner port is. But otherwise, it's pretty weak all around on a frontal assault. Most tier 8s and tier 7s can penetrate the front of this tank, so it's a bit disappointing. I thought it would be a little bit more troll, the front of it, seeing the T28s and stuff like that, and I didn't realise at the time what it was going to be like, and it's hard. It is very, very hard. Just because of how weak it really is, because of being a mobile turret. Now, it should be interesting when I get to the T30. T30 I think is going to make the games a bit different for me. So I am looking forward to getting to that stage. But outside of that, guys, look, I've had a great night tonight. I've really stepped up the mark tonight and been trying to back up my teammates and things like that, and it has actually paid out a lot more. I've been picking my paths a bit better on what I want to do. I played not too many battles tonight, just sort of more or less to get all the tanks that I'm grinding there, double stars, and then play a few extra battles. And I did pretty good. I lost probably a handful of battles, which wasn't too bad. I was really happy about that. Out of the, well, I normally play about eight different tanks. So I played definitely 8 battles, and then I played probably 12, 13 battles. Lost about four battles, I think it is. So it's not too bad. It's pretty good odds. So I'm learning tonight to back up my teammates and hope that they're doing their jobs properly too. And it was really good. The IS3, great. And I'm sure if I have a look at him, he's not too bad. 4K, so he has a good idea of what he has to do. 27 for the E4, 47% win rate. That's pretty low, and particularly the efficiency rating. So it's interesting. Like I'm 48 900 efficiency, but I've done 6,000. So he's obviously not had a lot of luck, this guy. But that's okay. It's the way it goes sometimes. We can't all be up around the 13 here. Like Kaz he's just over 1,000. I am hoping to break the 1,000 efficiency mark. Working very hard on it at the moment. New meter does tell me I'm a lot higher than what I am, so it's interesting when I look at things like that. For that reason, that I sit there going, well, hang on, new meter says this. Why is it so different? So either way, I like it. Makes me feel good that it says I'm crap, but really I know I'm a lot better than what it lays out for me. So guys, I've enjoyed today soloing. It's been different in a way that it's been hard to carry over the things I've been saying for the last couple of days about looking after your teammates. And yeah, I didn't really look after people in this match, but I knew that if I left this area, it would have allowed the IS3 to roll up here and that T25 roll here. Now that may have been different because I had the TDs over here, but I think these TDs are focusing in more in this area here. So if I pulled back, they may have been exposed a lot more, and it could have been a different game. We could have lost this. As I saw before, when I pulled up the team list, it was a 43%, 46%. So it's not too bad a matchup. It's still within the 50% rating in my opinion. So Matchmaker is doing well. It's when you start seeing it match up saying 23% to win, you go, oh, hang on. Or you see it say 76% to win, you go, wow, that's huge. But I've seen battles where it's been those levels where you lose being in the high mark or you win being in the low mark. So Matchmaker gets it pretty accurate because of the tanks. Having XVM tell you a player's rating and gives you a player's rating percentage to win, yeah, that's a different can of worms. That's a different program. It's not the one that matchmaking uses, so you got to keep that in mind. You can never whinge about it. Matchmaking is pretty good in getting the balance. It's a matter of the players playing the tanks that they do and playing them well. That's all it is. If you know your tank after a couple hundred battles, it normally takes to get used to it. So you've got to anticipate that, but you've got to try and, if you can, jump in the tank from the word go and go, right, I know what the last tank was like. This is how I should play this tank. If it doesn't work, then you've got to start making alterations. Ever since I've made alterations to this tank's playing style, I've had a lot better games. And it's taken me a long time to learn how to do that. So guys, outside of that, enjoy what you do, happy hunting, and I'll catch you on those battlefields.